Morgan City started in 1860, and it was originally the end of the railroad line from New Orleans. So a lot of people were coming into Morgan City as a resort destination just to get away from the city and from city life and to cool off in the summer times because it was so hot and humid in the cities. And then gradually the shrimping industry became more prominent in this area, and eventually as the shrimp tended to move on and migrate further south, further west, then the oil businesses picked up, and the first offshore oil rig was actually here in Morgan City. And we got quite a few offshore oil companies who came in to support that business, and that's when the city really started booming.
We've been on Main Street for 17 years, and over those years we've did a whole lot of revitalization, which is what the Main Street program is all about. Lots of shopping opportunities. We've got some wonderful women boutiques. We've got some of the best framers you'll ever find in the frame shop, printing companies. We've got home interior stores with decorators that are more than happy to assist you with your needs as far as what you could use in your home or not use in your home. We've got attractions down here like the Mr. Charlie, which is a very unusual museum in most parts of the country because it's actually a drilling rig, the International Petroleum Museum. And so you can actually tour an authentic drilling rig. So we have that down here on the waterfront. You can tour that. We also, of course, have lots of good opportunities to eat, which, of course, South Louisiana, I guess we all do. So lots of things to do.
Tell us why you decided to come back to Morgan City and open this restaurant.
It's my hometown. I love Morgan City. I always have, and it's been a lifelong dream for me to bring my talents and what I do and back home, and we did that as well to help redevelop and revitalize downtown Morgan City.
So you've bought some other buildings here. Tell us about those buildings.
Yes, we have the building that Cafe Jojo's is in. We've got a place down the street, Nico Bella, named after my children, Nicholas and Isabella. It's a catering facility. And then a place next door that we're going to remodel and turn into a restaurant, a little more casual. With the help of Main Street, we should be rolling along soon with that.
Tell us what's so special about this historical Main Street. Why do you think visitors should come here?
Well, revitalizing downtown is fantastic. The history, being right on the river, the history of downtown. We do Downtown Alive, Rhythms on the River sort of thing with live entertainment after Easter. We've got lots of things, and just, revitalizing downtown is the heart of what each community is all about. And we hope that we can make downtown Morgan City a place that people, visitors coming through, want to come stop in and visit and see us.
Tell us what we're standing in front of right now in the history of the gallery.
Okay. This right here is 50 years of past members' art. We celebrated our 50 years last year, and in ongoing response to that, we are celebrating past artwork of members that have passed on.
And so what is the history of the gallery? When did it start?
It started in 1964. It was called the Twin City Art Guild, and in 1979, it incorporated to Artists Guild Unlimited. We have been ongoing ever since.
And what is special about having this gallery next to the historical Main Street?
Well, I think it's very important because we have Morgan City. It's a thriving area. I think we have a lot of interests in art and humanities, and this is what we do to our community. We teach art to children. We support art throughout our community. We always have art and photography throughout the time by all our members. And so if they want to come here and they're interested in seeing any art that produced by local citizens, then this is the place to go.
Morgan City is a very secure port. We have a lot of river traffic that comes through here normally. We have a lot of barge traffic and offshore transportation to the oil rigs in the Gulf. There are a lot of companies who provide services and crew and food and different aspects to the offshore industry. So, and we do have a lot of shrimping and fishing and boating activities in the area also.
And so we're standing in front of a bunch of shrimping boats. Can people buy shrimp directly here on the dock?
Very often there are some smaller boats. The larger boats usually don't sail directly from the ship, from the boats, but some of the smaller boats, as we have in this direction, they will post signs when they come in, and people will stop and buy shrimp directly off the boat.
Tell us about the Morgan City Historical Main Street here and why it's important to you as a mayor.
Well, one thing about it, the Main Street has been there. I've been the mayor now going on 13 months, and we've put an emphasis on really bringing it to the next level. Did a lot of upgrading in that Main Street area, and now that's really cultivating the rest of the community, which is the historic district. Also now in the process of doing a cultural district. So really spearheaded a lot of ideas in our community to make the whole community good.
And from an economic impact level and revitalization efforts, why is it important to you, and what are people doing in this community?
Well, it's given us the tools as far as Main Street to get the businesses understanding what it takes to be successful. As a city, we kind of push that forward by bringing in events ourselves to help these businesses out. So I think it goes hand in hand. You know, it's the businesses that make Main Street work, but Main Street gives us the tools to make them successful.
Tell us about the store, how long it's been here, and some historical aspects behind it.
Well, it's been here longer than me. It's been here in its current form, I guess, about 100 years. Actually been here for like 135 years. Without telling you the whole story, had a fire back then and rebuilt part of the store, and then 20 years ago had another fire, believe it or not, 100 years later, in which we opened this whole area up here where we are now. It used to be 3 locations, 3 addresses. Open it all up. It's still a family business. Still in the fourth and fifth generation now, which we're proud of. You know, it doesn't happen too often, and we're awful proud of that.
So one of the original walls is still standing out front.
Yes, after this most recent fire, the historical board in Morgan City had a lot to do with that, because obviously it cost a lot more to keep it than it was to get rid of it. They talked us into preserving the facade of this location here. And did all the repointing of the brick, and I forget what all it was. Quite an expense, but we think well worth it to preserve the historic aspect of it. Yeah.
What would you tell visitors? Why should they visit this particular city?
Oh, wow. Why not? We hear all the time, which we loved hearing. The Intercoastal Waterway comes right through here, which travels coast to coast just about. And so we get a lot of people on sailboats and what have you coming through and stopping here. Supposedly on their little forums, Shannon Hardware is the place to stop because you just don't see many places like this. But we hear over and over again, which we love, is that nobody's nicer. So the whole community is so nice, and offer to help them in any kind of way, bring them for rides. You know, they don't have any transportation if they're on a boat. So we'll take them to the grocery store or whatever they need to do, and we just hear all the time how they just love it. You know, so that's one small reason. But if you come and just see fishing and industry, we've got it all actually, other than the big city stuff.
So from a parish perspective, if people want to come and stay 2 or 3 days and visit this Main Street, what else do you have to offer here?
Well, certainly, you got to think of our events. In the fall, we, of course, it kicks off with the Shrimp and Petroleum Festival. And then it leads on to the Thanksgiving holidays. In the fall, we also have the Main to Main event, which is a great weekend event. And then in the spring, we have Rhythms on the River, and that will be starting shortly. Every Friday night, we have live music on the downtown area. But if that's not, if you're not here for those special events, you can certainly come and enjoy our great food. We have Latin Corner, we have Cafe Jojo's, we have Rita Mae's Restaurant. So we have some great different dining experiences. We have a dessert place and a coffee shop, and then of course unique shopping and the art gallery.
Really, one of the things I'd like people to understand is our fabulous location. We're basically an hour and a half from Baton Rouge, Lafayette, and New Orleans. So we're a day trip. I mean, you can come spend a day, see what we have to offer, and then I'm sure when you come and see all we have, you'll be wanting to book the hotel rooms and stay longer.
And if people want more information, where can they get it?
They can go to our website, morgancitymainstreet.com.
If people want to find out more information about the parish and this town and Main Street in general, do you have a website that they can go to?
Yes, you can go to ours, CajunCoast.com. Easy to remember. And then we do have a link to Morgan City Main Street. And you can get a walking tour map. And also you can look at the iTunes store, and you can download our walking tour app of the Morgan City downtown area, as well as the entire parish.